I don't even know where to begin other than to say I am filled with such tremendous gratitude and pride, not only in this building and in Sturdy, but in all of you coming here today to celebrate this incredible milestone. We gather to celebrate the grand opening of our cancer and specialty care building. This is not just for Sturdy. In fact, it's very little of it is for Sturdy, but it is for the patients and the families and the communities that we serve. And we are just so honored to be part of this for our community. People were asking me when we broke ground. November 17th, 2023. So it hasn't even been 2 years. And the last few years have been filled with turning this incredible vision into a reality. And I was talking with Hoagie about when you build this building, you don't realize that you're going to be like debating the color of steel. It's copper penny, if anyone's wondering. And looking at all the different details of it, I think the word Chilowich for the flooring has now become the bane of our existence, and also a wonderful, laughable joke, but it's so much more than just a physical expansion. It's a symbol of how we care and how we collaborate and show up for our community. And we've done that for 113 years, and we will continue to do that. It's an investment in the long-term health of our region, and it unites our cancer services, cardiology, pulmonology, gastroenterology, many of our surgical services under one roof into this coordinated healing space. I want to take a moment to recognize some of the people that made today possible and just recognize those that have chosen to be here today when there's a lot of other places you could be. First, our elected officials and community leaders, Attleboro Mayor Kathleen DeSimone, who's just an advocate for Sturdy and a wonderful partner in making this literally the best town to live in, I think. Between the high school and Sturdy, you know, I don't think there's any other town you want to live in. Other than we have other town leaders here, and your towns are great too. The region, it's a great region to live in. I want to thank Rep. Hawkins and Senator Feeney, who are two of our I don't even know how to describe the relationship we have other than you are so supportive of Sturdy, but of what we collectively do for this community. Hope, health, homelessness, education, safety. It's incredible what we can do when we work together. Rep. Scanlon, a dear friend. Steve Walsh, again, who's incredibly busy, the president and CEO of the Mass Health and Hospital Association. Members of the Attleboro City Council are here. Stephanie Gray from Congressman Auchincloss's office. Michael Borg from North Attleboro, again, a wonderful town to live in. Mark Gould from Norton, Deborah Arruda from Rehoboth. Again, all of your partnership and your continued support and advocacy is what makes all of this possible. I also want to just take a minute to acknowledge our senior team because, again, there has been hours and hours and hours that have gone into the vision and all the big things like financing, thank you, Amy, and picking out our partners, but then there's all the details. And so to Felicia, to Robin, to Wayne, and to everybody who's been involved in making this a reality, again, as you look and see the artwork and the pillows and the on-stage, off-stage, it's all very deliberate and very intentional as we built this for our communities. To our physicians who are here today, I mean, again, none of this means anything if it wasn't for you and your clinical expertise and your dedication to our patients and our community. I see so many here today, Dr. Bishop, Dr. Bowie, Dr. Patel, Dr. Kelly, Dr. Malik, Dr. Frank, Dr. Connolly. I'm sure I'm missing people, but I'm gonna get like the hook to get off, but thank you for being here. And to our dedicated board and the chairs of our committees, your steadfast guidance carries this vision to reality. There's one other person I want to thank who wasn't on the script, but Karen Messier. 33 years at Sturdy, and I'm reminded today that it was a small grant probably more than 33 years ago, many years ago, that started the oncology program here at Sturdy. And so thank you, Karen, for being here and for being able to see your original vision turned into reality. Lastly, I want to thank all of our generous donors who have given so large and grateful for their donations, in particular Bristol County Savings Bank, who has a wonderful cohort here today, including their CEO and prior CEO. I sort of said, what gets Pat and Michelle out anymore? And so I feel very honored that Sturdy is, so thank you all for being here. And I guess there's one more. Last, I need to thank our incredible food and nutrition team who made the most adorable breakfast charcuterie, so I hope you all enjoy them. And now, It's my great honor to introduce someone who has helped champion this project and so many others forward from the very beginning, our Chair, Kimmel.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you all for finding us all. We're here today. It's not just to open this building. It's to mark a defining moment for the future of healthcare in our region. At Sturdy Health, we never forget who we serve. Every decision we make, every investment we undertake is grounded in our core purpose: to provide exceptional, accessible care to the people of this community. That mission is what unites our physicians, our care teams, our partners, and our board. It's what brings us here today. As chair of the board, it's an incredible honor to be part of this milestone. And it has been years in the making, as Amy indicated. This new cancer and specialty care building is not just the culmination of thoughtful planning and hard work. It's the physical embodiment of our strategic vision and our commitment with long-term focus on the health of this region. This 65,000 square foot building brings together key specialties: cancer care, cardiology, surgery, GI, and pulmonary medicine into one coordinated, patient-centered space. It's the next step in a broader transformation at Sturdy Health. None of this happened by chance. This building is a deliberate result of a multi-year strategic plan to expand access, to elevate patient and provider experience, and to ensure that Sturdy Health continues to thrive as an independent, community-based health system well into the future. I want to take a moment to thank Amy and the leadership team and the following board members for their unwavering leadership and dedication. Tom Noel, Chair of the Building Committee; Steve Berlone, Chair of the Finance Committee; Kevin Cryan, Chair of the Development Committee; and Ralph Schlenker, President of our foundation. Your insight, dedication, and unwavering commitment has made this an instrumental turning point of moving this vision into a reality. We're proud of our legacy here in this community, but legacy alone isn't enough. We must continue to boldly invest and wisely invest in the evolving needs of our patients and the challenges that we face in modern healthcare. This $60 million investment and the $113 million investment in our new emergency department expansion is only a simple expression of what's so important to us. It truly sends a clear message that Sturdy Health is here to lead, is here to grow, and is here to stay. And now I'm proud to introduce someone who has led this effort with expertise, energy, and unshakable belief in what is possible. Please join me in welcoming our Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer, Wayne Dietz.
Thank you, Donna. I'll tell you, we don't get to this day without an engaged board and a board that trusts us to get it done and done right. So thank you to the board for your unwavering support and trust. It is a powerful moment to stand in front of this new building and think about what it truly represents. Months of planning, years of effort, and a shared belief that we can build something transformative for our community. In less than 2 years, we turned a blueprint into 65,000 square foot, 3-story facility that took 420 tons of steel, 2,000 cubic yards of concrete, 32,000 square feet of facade, nearly 156,000 labor hours, and most importantly, a deeply committed team of partners and professionals. I want to take a moment to thank some of them today. From Consigli, owner and CEO Anthony Consigli, who's been very generous to Sturdy and been a true partner in this. Stephanie O'Brien, a principal with Consigli. Brian Young and Moritz, both of them are here and probably ready to see me take a vacation. It's been a tough couple of days, but really the Consigli team, the whole Consigli team has just been fantastic, great partners. From Redgate, we have Christy Dowd, a principal, Jennifer Sotheby, and Chris V. They have truly helped us move this amazing program forward, and really appreciate all of your effort and professionalism along that journey. MBBJ, Quan, I saw Quan earlier. Quan and his team have just been fantastic. As Amy mentioned, the Copper Penny selection, they were instrumental in getting us to that color after a few days of debate. So really appreciate MBBJ. And Tom Lake and his team. I saw Tom earlier. Tom Lake, he too wants me to go on vacation. But he and his team have done just a fantastic job of helping coordinate all of this and helping keep some of us keeping our eyes on the operation of the hospital, which is so very important. This facility include from Boston Art, Julia and Christine. They came in, and when you get a chance to see, you'll see some of the beautiful art that they've put into the building. I want to also thank Robin and Amy for helping us do that, because that's an area where I fall a little short. This facility includes a climate-controlled breezeway connecting the hospital for smooth transitions between care areas, but most importantly, it connects key specialties to create a truly integrated care experience. This building isn't just new, it's necessary. It replaces aging infrastructure, and for those of you who have been in some of the clinics that we mentioned before, cardiology and GI, you know what a major step this is for our staff, for our patients, for our community. Getting them out of those facilities that are not commensurate with our brand and getting them into something that they can feel proud to be in, and also our patients feel respected to be in. And we're not stopping here. Sturdy Health's next major investment, and you get a chance to see it today, all the work that's under $113 million expansion of our emergency department. This project will bring 54 patient exam rooms, 2 trauma bays, an on-site imaging and fast-track service, and a dedicated 12-bed behavioral health unit. I think anyone who's been in healthcare for a little while knows that behavioral health has to be addressed. It has to be addressed with respect and appropriateness, and this building, this new emergency department will do just that for our patients and for our community. We're proud of what we've accomplished and even more energized about what's ahead. It's now my absolute pleasure to introduce our trusted partner, CEO of Consigli Construction, Anthony Consigli.
I just wanted to take a couple moments to express our appreciation on behalf of the hundreds of tradespeople and engineers, electricians, sheet metal workers, carpenters, et cetera, who had the opportunity to work on this project. You know, from our standpoint, we're so thankful to have the opportunity to practice our craft. And when we're able to practice our craft on buildings like this that are just really so meaningful in our communities because they make impact on people's everyday lives and their health, it gives our work special meaning. So we wanted to thank the community of Attleboro, the board, Amy, Wayne, Redgate, the architects, the engineers, really everybody involved in this project, which went, I got to tell you, we engage in a lot of projects. This project went super well. And that is obviously what we set out to do at the start of every project. Now, thinking about this project, whenever a project comes in on time and on budget and is safe and has, just really great quality, it's a testament to the fact that sometimes when that happens, the builder gets too much of the credit. And when the reverse happens, it's we get too much of the blame. When in reality, when a project like this comes together, it's really because of the collaboration of all those parties that I just mentioned. It's Attleboro, it's the hospital, and particularly Wayne for his leadership. It's the architects, the consultants, the project managers. It's really everybody rowing in the same direction. That's what happened here, and again, it's so rewarding because it allows us to practice our craft, to practice it well, and do so where we can deliver the impact that we can be proud of when we go home at night. So thank you.
Now it's my pleasure to introduce somebody who doesn't need an introduction, and somebody we work very, very closely with here at Sturdy. Somebody who gets their care here, somebody who lives and breathes Attleboro, our Mayor Kathleen DeSimone.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm joined this morning by Councilor Nick Lavoie. So, first of all, Mr. Consigli, well done. Not only did you build one of the biggest, most beautiful high schools in the Commonwealth in the city of Attleboro, you have now built this amazing building in a year and a half. So well done, sir. Well done. Good morning, Attleboro residents. Good morning, doctors, nurses, all healthcare providers. Good morning to the Sturdy Board and the Sturdy Foundation. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to be here to celebrate the grand opening of this new, amazing, beautiful building. As I have said several times at the groundbreaking that seems like only yesterday, my connections to Sturdy are greater than my position of mayor. I'm a longtime Attleboro resident. My kids were born in the hospital. We've been to the emergency room many times for many reasons over the course of the years. And Sturdy is an amazing part of the city and long has been. I think I've shared before the story about 114 years ago. Sturdy began with a bequeath, Mrs. Winslow, the Winslow family, who bequeathed the property on the corner there to the city for a community hospital. And Sturdy has been a gift ever since. They keep giving to the community, keep giving to the residents, keep giving to people in need, and keep giving to people who need to just prevent, if you will, health issues. So I am forever and eternally grateful to Sturdy and all the folks who work here, and indeed all the folks who work in healthcare. And I throw my hat down to Amy, because in the face of everything going on in this country, all the craziness and the controversy, Sturdy has doubled down on its commitment to the community and, more importantly, to the health of our residents in the city and beyond. And I greatly respect your commitment, my friend, and that of your boards and all the doctors and nurses. Keep your head down, keep up the great work, and we are truly grateful. And as long as I'm in office, you have a partner and a friend upstairs. So thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor. The feeling is absolutely mutual. It is now my great honor to introduce Senator Feeney.
All right, good morning, everybody. This is, I feel like I'm here every couple of days now, Amy. We're cutting ribbons, breaking ground. Keep it coming. You are certainly committed, and I want to thank you. Thank you and Donna and Wayne and the entire board and the foundation for having vision. Like I said a few weeks ago, we're breaking ground across the way here, for having a vision for healthcare here in this region and throughout the Commonwealth, and to partnering with our great mayor, Mayor DeSimone. I always, every time I'm around the mayor and we're doing some great stuff around the city, I always remind her, I say, I have a great district. They're all my equal favorites, all my communities. But Attleboro is a city on the move. Don't forget, Attleboro is a city on the move in the most positive way possible. That where we see deficiencies and we see problems, Attleboro is finding solutions, and that is because of our mayor and the city council and all the staff at City Hall that partner with Sturdy Health and others in this region to make it a better place for all of our residents in the area. I want to thank especially somebody who is a longtime friend, somebody who I've gotten to know and admire, Steve Walsh, President and CEO of the Mass Health and Hospitals Association. When I tell you the work that we do on Beacon Hill couldn't happen without great advocates, people come and telling us what's happening on the ground and what the needs are. We know, and I remarked on this just a couple weeks ago here across the parking lot, that they always talk about healthcare being broken across this country and in Massachusetts. And I always remark that healthcare in Massachusetts is second to none. Our health insurance programs need some work. But healthcare in Massachusetts, the providers that we have in the Commonwealth are top notch. And that's because of the work that happens every day on the ground, but also because of great advocates like Steve and his team as well at the Health and Hospitals Association. So I want to thank them. I had the occasion last week to have a loved one transported here to Sturdy. And it was a rough night for my family, and we didn't know how she was going to make out. And she came to Sturdy, and I had this little bit of hope inside me and said, you know what? It's in Sturdy Health's hands. She'll be okay. And happy to say today she is. Because not only was she given great care here at Sturdy last week, but she was given that care with compassion. She's given that care with empathy, with an eye towards her whole health and her family. That, to me, is the way that we should deliver healthcare in Massachusetts. And as we look around in this region and see what many people would say is a healthcare desert, it's Sturdy Health that stands as an oasis in the middle of this corner of the Commonwealth to say not only do we deliver top-notch care, but because of our physicians, because of our nurses, we deliver that care with compassion for the whole patient. So I want to thank Sturdy Health not only for what you do, but for how you do it and for who you are. And as we open this building, cut the ribbon today, what an incredible accomplishment. Thank you to Consigli and the work that you do on projects throughout the city, throughout our region, throughout the state, to all your tradespeople, to all your subs that do this work, thank you. But as we celebrate cutting this ribbon today on this building, we think about now that continuum of care, that the answer at Sturdy Health is always, whatever you need, we do that. We'll take care of it. We'll take care of you. You can do it here. And that, to me, is what makes Sturdy Health so special and is such a benefit to our region. So I want to thank everybody involved in this, and I do have to, I said I can cut the ribbon, then I got to run to Beacon Hill, and I want to just leave you with this. We announced just in the last 48 hours a deal on a supplemental budget that the House and the Senate agreed on, and we're going to try and move it as quickly as possible. I'm on my way in there now to talk about it in our caucus. $234 million. $234 million to hospitals and community health centers across Massachusetts. So no matter what happens across the country, no matter what happens nationally, in Massachusetts, we're doubling down, not because we have all the answers, but because people like Amy and the people involved here at Sturdy and Steve and others can come up and advocate and say this is the right thing to do for our people. So with that, I want to thank especially my colleagues in government, Representative Adam Scanlon, who is a leader on healthcare policy as well. We talk about it frequently. And to bring up another good friend and colleague, we talk about Sturdy all the time and trying to find ways to partner with Sturdy Health so that we can accomplish things like this, and that is State Representative Jim Hawkins. Representative.
Thank you. We do talk about Sturdy a lot, and much as the mayor suggested, this is unique in the state, what's happening here. We worry about the lack of mental health care in the emergency room, and Sturdy's doing something about it. Every one of us knows somebody intimate to us who's involved with cancer, suffering from cancer, dealing with cancer, and Sturdy's doing something about this. Other organizations are adding services that don't make sense to them. We have the fiasco with Stewart Health. Sturdy is alive and doing an amazing job. Amy suggested that it's something to do with the city because we have such a good high school, and it is more of a connection than you think. I was a former teacher at the high school, and when I saw the plans, it was really clear to me when they made these plans that they thought about how students would use this building. They listened to input. They listened to how teachers would use this building. Bottlenecks in the hallway, rooms that outlived their usefulness when the ways of teaching changed over the decades. They thought about all those things in the plan. And then I got an early tour, because like Senator Feeney, as soon as this is over, we're into Boston to deal with the healthcare sub-budget. But I got an early tour of the building, and Amy was showing me some of the things, and it's really clear they're not just building another hospital unit here. They've thought about how this is going to function, how people are going to interact and move smoothly, and the building is part of that. How you move, where the staff is, where the patients are, how they're moved through the building. But what she didn't say, that I'll say, is the other thing is not just a building that's well designed to make sense for treatment of patients. It's staff who have been here for a long time, and that doesn't happen without the leadership of Amy, people on the board, everybody else. But it's the culture here. It's Sturdy. We're part of the city. We're proud of our city. People here like where they're working at every level. Nurses, doctors, people who check you in and handle your paperwork, all enthusiastic employees here at Sturdy, and that's why this works. It's very much an honor for me to represent this city and boast about this to my colleagues, because this isn't happening elsewhere in the state. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And again, we so appreciate all of our elected officials being here this morning, knowing that you need to be in Boston like right now. So we appreciate you taking the time to be here and for your incredibly kind words. It is now my absolute pleasure to introduce someone who embodies dedication, compassion, and excellence in healthcare. Dr. Lateef cares for her patients so deeply and so intimately that they all leave with hope and with health, and we're just so grateful to have you here. Dr. Asma Latif is the director of our breast oncology program. She brings, again, vision, heart, one of the smartest people you'll know to everything she does, and her commitment to our community is extraordinary, and we are just so happy to have you here today. Thank you.
Thanks, Amy. A lot more microphones than I was expecting when you asked me to come and say a few words. So I joined Sturdy almost 10 years ago as an oncologist, and from the start, it was clear that this place was really special. Right off the boat, I met a fixture at Sturdy, Donna Corsi, at the information desk. She's been here for 25 years. She greeted me with a huge smile, incredible warmth, Nilla wafers that she gives me in packages, and every time I walk by her desk, she sneaks some into my bag. She tells me they're for my kids, but we all know that I eat them on the way home, and my kids never see them. Her daughter, Heidi, has been with our oncology practice since day one when we opened. She was a medical assistant, she put herself through nursing school, and she's one of our office nurses now. She smoothed my transition here. Dr. Jean Siddall Benson came to my rescue when I was in the hospital struggling with a computer. There was a friend around every corner, and over the years, Sturdy felt less like work and more like family. There is so much to appreciate here, from our administration's commitment to the highest quality care, to the dedication of our colleagues, and to the practice of great medicine. But what stands out the most is the resilience of our patients. Over the last 10 years, I've met people during the most vulnerable moments in their lives, and I am constantly amazed by their grace and strength as they navigate their cancer journey. We have patients who walk in the rain or take 2 buses to get to our appointments. We have people who have difficult home lives or struggle with bills, and yet 9 times out of 10, they walk into Sturdy smiling. They befriend everybody in the waiting room, and then visit me asking me about my well-being and my children. There's no question in any of our minds it's a very close-knit community of people who deserve the best medical care. But until now, some of that care was fragmented. Our oncology office was blocks away from our infusion center. That might not seem far, but it is. People who are in wheelchairs or rely on medical transportation systems, or for those navigating a first chemotherapy or celebrating a final one. One of the founders of our oncology program, Karen Messier, she just rolled her eyes at me, to dream that she would win the Powerball so that we could construct a beautiful new building, bringing everybody under one roof. Thanks to the vision of the Sturdy leadership and the incredible generosity of our community, we all hit that jackpot. And that dream came true as we stand here today to mark the opening of the Cancer and Specialty Care Building. With this new building, patients will receive integrated, multidisciplinary cancer care in a space designed just for them. Provider visits, infusion, supportive therapies, coordination with surgical and specialty teams. It will be a beautiful healing space, but it's more than that. This building symbolizes an investment in the community that makes this place so special. It's built around one simple truth. People deserve world-class healthcare no matter where they live. Ken and I are so grateful to everyone who made this possible. It is the dedication of every single one of our team members, past and present, that led us here. And now, as we look forward to our partnership with Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, I'm so proud to be part of what comes next. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Latif. I think, for Dr. Latif and all of our speakers, I think you can really feel the care, commitment, pride that we all share in sharing this building and all that Sturdy means to the communities that it serves. And so with that, let's cut the ribbon. Let's get tours for those who haven't been in yet and enjoy our beautiful day that we're having. So I invite you, we're gonna cut the ribbon, take some photos, and then we're going to bring you in to enjoy this beautiful space and see what center care really looks like. Being with us today, and let's go. go cut this ribbon.
One more, I'm sorry.
All right, we can cut in 3, 2, 1.
Yay!